hello, how are you? I am back again, and today I want to do a quick video on Jo Love's Rose Petal 25 perfume. I actually filmed this video yesterday and I went on for 12 whole minutes all about how much I love this perfume, and then I was like, do you know what? This is too long. If you want the review, I think I can smash this out in like 5 minutes, and that seems like a reasonable amount of time to talk about one perfume. So I thought I would do it again. And hopefully this time I'll get there quicker. Plus I have bread in the oven, so I need to be quick because I don't want my bread to overbake. Anyway, this perfume contains notes of Rose de May, Rose Absolute and Ambrette seeds. However, I think there's more in there. It's definitely got more than just those 3 notes. I would say there's a touch of lemon in there. I would say there's maybe a little bit of geranium. And there's something slightly green, maybe like a lemon leaf in there as well. Oh, it's so beautiful. The Rose de May is quite a soft, subtle, silky rose. It's a very pretty rose. It's quite a rare rose. It's not a loud rose like a tuberose. It is very kind of like just soft and very special, and it's quite intricate. It's lovely. Yeah, not many brands use Rose de May because it is a softer rose, and I think it's quite expensive to harvest. And it doesn't give that like punch of Rose Absolute, but it's so delicate, it's just lovely. So it's a really delicate rose, but then you also have the Rose Absolute, which is much more of like a hardcore rose, and that kind of pumps it up. So you don't get a subtle perfume, you do get like a heavy hit of rose, but you really do capture that Rose de May, if that makes sense. And then the Ambrette seeds, I'm not quite sure what Ambrette smells like, but in this perfume it's earthy, it's slightly woodsy and earthy. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's so good. Yeah, slightly earthy and maybe like a little bit like vetiver. Maybe that's where I'm getting that slight green note. Maybe the greenness of it is kind of coming through. But yeah, the Ambrette seeds as well, they're meant to change throughout the perfume. So when you first wear the perfume, it's like fresh and uplifting and exciting and just fresh and summery and bright and very spring summer. But then as the perfume kind of like fades, it doesn't get softer, but it just becomes like more rich and warm and lovely. Do you know what I mean? It becomes a bit more like when you first spray, it's like morning, and then in the afternoon it kind of like it draws in a bit like the time of day. But yeah, as the day moves on, that Rose Absolute really takes over and becomes a lot more like warm and velvety and soft and comforting and just, I don't know, like a big hug of a rose. But yeah, I love it. It's so beautiful. I do love the freshness. There is that lemon in there. There is, I don't know, I really want to say there's like peony or geranium, but it is at the core of it just a rose perfume, which is just so pretty, so uplifting, super modern. Of course it's rose, so it always gives me a slight vintage vibe, but it is also a very fresh, modern, pretty, elegant, exciting, chic rose fragrance. It's beautiful. It's very ageless. It's very timeless. It feels modern and fresh and clean. And I love it. I think it's so beautiful. If I was to compare it to any other fragrances, I would say it's a mix between Jo Love's White Rose and Lemon Leaf and Jo Malone's Red Roses. I'm sure you know this already, but in case you don't, Jo Love's is actually the new brand of Jo Malone, who created Jo Malone London. So after she created Jo Malone, she worked on it for years. She built it up to be a huge brand. She sold it to Estee Lauder. She took a break after being like, she stayed on as a creative director, I think, for many years. She took a break, realized she missed making perfumes, and created Jo Love's. So there is similarities between Jo Love's and Jo Malone because, of course, a lot of the iconic fragrances from Jo Malone were created by Jo Malone, who also creates the fragrances for Jo Love's. Did that make sense? Anyway, I would say it's kind of a cross between Red Roses and Jo Love's White Rose and Lemon Leaf. It's got that freshness. If I was to say, I don't know, I would say it's kind of a mix between those two. It also reminds me a little bit of Aqua de Palma's Rose Noble, but without the fruity accords. And what else does it remind me of? Maybe Miller Harris's Rose Silence, again without the blackcurranty fruity accords, but it's absolutely beautiful. It kind of fills a gap in my fragrance wardrobe of just, I don't know, it just gives me something new. It's very much a spring, fresh, uplifting rose perfume, especially at the beginning. and then it just mellows out into like this just wonderful, full-bodied, beautiful, velvety rose fragrance, and I absolutely love it. Oh my god, I think I'm done. Did I beat the bread timer? Oh my god, there it is. Okay, I'm gonna go take the bread out of the oven. I hope my video was of interest and helped you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Goodbye.